Today we're going to be doing task 4 of our media coursework. So we've got 7 questions to ask and answer.
And in this task we're going to be talking about target audiences. First question is, which of the 4 quadrants would your film appeal to? We thought that it would appeal to 2 of them, which was male and females under 25.
Question 2, what is the target audience for the films you looked at when... Question 2. What is the target audience for the films you looked at when looking at influences? So we've decided to do 2 each. So the first film I did was The Shallows, and we think the target audience was males and possibly females as well, but under the age of 18.
One of the trailers I looked at was Blair Witch, and I thought that okay. One of the films I did was the Blair Witch, the new one, and I thought the target audience would be males between 18 and 29.
Okay. The second film I looked at was The Purge Election Year, so the newest one, and when we were looking at the target audience came under females under 18.
So another trailer I looked at was Don't Breathe, and I thought the target audience for that would be males and females under 18.
One of the trailers I looked at was The Gift. The target audience for this film are males under 18.
For question 3, it's, are there any other audience groups that your film may appeal to? We thought that our film would appeal to an English/British audience, as we're a small independent British film company.
Grand.
Question 4. What other niche factors could be considered about how you might appeal to an audience?
So we put a couple of answers for it. So firstly, because it's an independent film, so people who are more into independent films and larger films would want to see it. Due to its genre, so that will kind of like refine the people that want to see it. If people don't like thriller or horror, then they won't see it. And finally, because it's set in a location, we're not 100% where it's going to be set, but if it's like set in London or something, then people might like it or something. Question 5. What different tribes of youth may be especially interested in your film? So we picked 3. We picked Leading Edge, Urban and Aspirant. So the first one is Aspirant, and under Aspirant falls trendies, vloggers, new casuals, hype beasts, new casuals and hipsters. So trendies are driven by beautiful things and beautiful people. They love fashion and are always looking for the next big trend. Vloggers and bloggers are at the heart of today's tribal map, inspiring a whole generation how to live. New casuals are football mad lads with a love of underground club music and unstated fashion. Hype beasts are urban and skater inspired who love hip hop, electronic, niche knowledge, luxury sportswear and limited editions. And new casuals are unchanged on the map. And finally, hipsters are firmly out of the leading edge and are getting younger by the year, apparently. They're tryhards, apparently. The aspirants are a tribe of youth that might be interested in our film, because some of them like they kind of like being a little bit trendy, and so they might like niche stuff, so that might interest them, and they want to be like a little bit different than everybody else. That's why aspirants are one of the fitted tribe youths for our film target audience.
Right, so the second youth tribe we looked at was Urban. In Urban is the Get Paid crew. The Get Paid crew are highly aspirational, driven by money and their own boss. Also, there's the Stylers, who represent status and style, looking good and staying ahead of cool. Then there are the Trackies, who are laid-back enthusiasts motivated by the need to chill, whether that's gaming, watching films or listening to music. Then we have the Wasteman, who is rebellious, loud and a little bit dodgy.
We decided to put Urban down as one of the youth tribes that would be interested in our film, because we live in an urban area, so the people that Kia describes are kind of the sort of people that we're surrounded by every day and watch similar type of films to us and stuff like that. So purely just because of the people and the location, we decided to choose the urban.
So the last youth tribe that we looked at was Leading Edge. The first people in the Leading Edge youth tribe is activists, and they're at the front line of all the protests and driving politics in the youth of the UK. Next you have creatives. They're still top of the tribe map and care constantly about creating new content and new trends and everything like that. You then have the urban artists who are like a new category to fit in. They're kind of part of the small urban scene tribes, and they're growing all across like the UK. Next we have the DIYers who they're creative, they're tech savvy, they're kind of self-starters that bring culture to life. They produce music, promote clubs, they start indie bands, and they kind of create like festival stages. Next you have the Scenesters, who are replacing the recent hipsters. They've encapsulated everything that hipsterdom has failed to do in the recent years, and we thought that this would be a good tribe for our film because they're all about kind of starting new things, small things, and we're not exactly going to be like a big company, we're going to be a small company.
Question 6. Would your film be limited to a UK audience or might it have a global appeal? We think that our plot and storyline isn't limited to a British audience and could appeal to everyone across the world.
However, due to the size of the film and other aspects, it will only ever reach a British audience.
It won't reach a global audience as it's made by a small British independent film company, and we don't really have the budget to like make it bigger, and we don't really have the budget to promote it to like other countries. So question 7 is, what limitations are there on your production? So one of the limitations are that because it's quite small and that we think personally that it's British, it's not going to get many reviews or ratings because it's not going to be a very big film, as we don't have the budget, we don't have big actors in it. So it's kind of just going to be for people like who love fans, so like film fans who are interested in small independent companies.
We haven't really got a place where they can leave, we haven't really got a place where they can leave ratings or reviews anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like it's going to have like an IMDb page or like a Wikipedia page that's like, your mum could be like, oh, great film, but like,
no critics would ever like review
Harry
it in
from
anything.
Croatia ain't going to be like 5 stars. It's like,
Yeah. Also, the UK has a small share of the global box office. I think it's something like 15% of it, and the rest is just like probably like America and other countries. So it's going to be a lot harder for British films to become more famous and popular.
thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Ta.
Bye-bye for now.
See you soon.